Thank you everyone for joining us today for the 2022 Virtual Stomach Cancer Educational Symposium hosted by Debbie's Dream Foundation Curing Stomach Cancer and moderated by Dr. Jeremy Davis from the NIH. I'm Andrea Eidelman, the CEO of Debbie's Dream Foundation. I would like to take a moment to thank our generous sponsors, Amgen and Merck, for helping to make today's symposium possible. The mission of Debbie's Dream is to raise awareness about stomach cancer, advance funding for research, and provide education and support internationally to patients, caregivers, and families. Our ultimate goal is to make the cure for stomach cancer a reality. Pictured here is our founder, Debbie Zellman. DDF was founded by Debbie Zellman in 2009, 1 year after she was diagnosed with stage 4 incurable stomach cancer. A 40-year-old mother of 3 and a practicing attorney, Debbie had no symptoms or risk factors for the disease. At the time of her diagnosis, she was given a 4% chance to live 5 years. Debbie fought for 9.5 years, facing many reoccurrences and harsh treatment regimens. When she was diagnosed, Debbie was surprised to learn that few treatment options were available and little research was taking place. She founded DDF in 2009 to change the landscape and to increase the amount of federal funding going towards stomach cancer research. Sadly, Debbie passed away December 23, 2017, but her legacy continues through DDF. Through our fundraising efforts, DDF has funded $1.2 million in private research grants. DDF has partnered with the American Association for Cancer Research to offer grants for basic, translational, and clinical research in stomach cancer. The AACR ensures that the research proposals are put through peer review met guidelines and criteria throughout the length of the grant. Today, I will be providing you with a brief overview of our programs and free resources available to our stomach cancer community. DDF offers many free programs to the stomach cancer community. Some of the ongoing initiatives include our PrEP program, our national and international symposia, our webinar series, our nutrition education programs, and our new health equity program. PrEP is one of our largest programs that encompasses the general mission of the foundation in providing education and support internationally to the stomach cancer community. The PrEP program includes mentoring, advocacy and outreach, virtual support groups, our Dream Makers Miracle Fund, our clinical trials matching services, and our online support community. As part of the PrEP program, we are able to connect those feeling alone in their diagnosis with others who know exactly what they're going through. Our mentoring program provides patients and their families patient, survivor, and caregiver mentors based on age, location, stage, and biomarkers. Our monthly stomach cancer support groups are led by a licensed clinician and are a huge resource for both newly and advanced stomach cancer patients. We also have an online support discussion community where patients can remain anonymous and seek support and guidance from each other. Under PrEP, our Dream Makers Miracle Fund, which launched in 2020, we were able to grant wishes to patients and their families to create lasting memories. Here are some pictures of our award winners. The Feast family went to Disney World. Joey Feast was diagnosed at age 17 with stomach cancer. And 6 years ago, his brother died of stomach cancer at the age of 20. So cancer has affected their family tremendously. Also, we were able to grant Kenny Ricard his bucket list wish of skydiving. which was featured on our local news. In addition, we were able to grant children under 18 years of age gifts for the holidays through our toy drive. We look forward to continuing these experiences and miracle wishes for our stomach cancer community in the future. As part of our mission, we advocate for early detection and provide community education and outreach to physicians, nurse navigators, hospitals, legislatures, and disparate communities affected by stomach cancer. We also have 32 chapters throughout the states and overseas who are strong advocates and spread awareness to their local communities about this cancer. Each year, patient advocates come together at our annual Debbie's Dream Advocacy Day with the goal of securing funding from the Department of Defense's peer-reviewed cancer research program. This program allocates funds specifically for stomach cancer research. This year, 132 advocates, which comprised of patients and caregivers, registered to join us virtually and met with legislatures to share real stories and to push for more funding. To date, through our advocacy, DDF has been able to increase the amount of federal funding to $115 million, which allocates partial fundings for stomach cancer research. We hosted 2 successful symposia events last year, one international symposium, which was held in South Korea and streamed virtually, and one in-person symposium hosted at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, Rochester. This year, our series will launch with the virtual event highlighting the latest research in gastric cancer treatment. Later in June, we will be traveling to South Korea for this year's international symposium, and we have a symposium in August in partnership with the Miami Cancer Institute. Last year, our webinar series program hosted 5 educational webinars. This year's series will launch later this month on February 25th, featuring Dr. Brian Badgewell from MD Anderson's Cancer Center, discussing the possibility of curing stage 4 gastric cancer. In March, Dr. Zev Weinberg, a professor of medicine at UCLA and co-director of the UCLA GI Oncology program, will speak on immunotherapy and other targeted therapies for gastric cancer patients. In April and November, our Rutgers webinar will include university speakers highlighting various resources and the work being done within the gastric cancer community. And in September, as always, please stay tuned for our latest updates on clinical trials to learn about the latest and upcoming treatment advancements. You can always learn more about these programs and register for these programs on our website at www.debbiesdream.org. Stomach cancer patients and caregivers need simplified answers to help them maintain proper nutrition, post-diagnosis, and gastrectomy. We offer education around nutrition through our webinars, symposia, recipe books, and content from our website to help empower our patients. This year, Emmy-nominated Chef Nathan and clinical oncology dietitian Dr. Mary Eve Brown will lead this year's cooking demonstrations, preparing delicious meals that are modified for the gastric cancer patient. Last year, we launched our Health Equity program, which helps raise awareness about the disparities that affect the Black, Indigenous, and people of color populations. To address some of the gaps in healthcare, this program provides our clinical trial matching service, information webinars, live chats, and more. DDF is doing some community outreach in partnership with other community organizations that help serve these communities as well. In addition, we feature various stats that highlight the inequities in healthcare for the BIPOC communities, and we also offer translated materials and programs in English, Spanish, and Creole. You can learn more about these resources at debbiesdream.org/health equity. Also under the Health Equity program, DDF launched a stomach cancer hotline in participation with Cancer Care, where patients can connect with licensed social workers to address financial, emotional, and practical challenges that face the stomach cancer community. Prior to that, in 2020, DDF launched the COVID Resource Program, which continues through 2021 and into this year. The pandemic has brought about many challenges for the stomach cancer community. We're proud to provide COVID educational webinars, free COVID kits, meal delivery services through Instacart, as well as launching the Mind, Body, and Spirit series on Facebook Live. Our program and content is reviewed by our esteemed Scientific Medical Advisory Board. Also, our members hold educational webinars and contribute to our symposia year-round. Although many of our year-round events were postponed during the pandemic, DDF continues to host our outdoor golf tournaments in communities across the country. The Fayetteville, North Carolina Golf Tournament and Charity Dinner, the Susan Haynes Reed Scholarship Fund and Golf Tournament, the Wisconsin Golf Tournament and Charity Dinner, and the Debbie's Dream and Broward County Medical Association's Golf Tournament are hosted annually in support of our mission. I would like to take a moment and thank our moderator, Dr. Jeremy Davis, for all his hard work and dedication for helping make this event possible. Also, thank you to the amazing physicians, dietitians, patients, and caregivers that have assisted in organizing and participating in this event. Lastly, thank you again to our generous sponsors, Amgen and Merck, for supporting this symposium. And thank you to all of our presenters for their time and expertise in making this event possible.